Couldn't quite tell if the neighbors were like mad or if they thought that was a good drop. All right, so we took a little lunch break. Topped out 2 over there. Now I've topped out these. I ran out of SD card space. I don't know how that was possible, but I did. So this is probably a new video. I'm out here doing this for an old county forester, and it's a leave lay. Those are always fun. So I'm gonna jump up here and finish piecing out this one. He wants to drop the trunk, so I'll leave him short enough to manage. He's like 70. And then that one I'll top out. That'll be pretty easy. Just gotta leave myself a path out. We should be good to go. So I think we got a couple of good drop cuts. We can drop them into the neighbors, and he's gonna go get them. I think I'll make that one cut all by itself. Do that Y right there. I don't know if my camera angle's been letting you see up. I kind of get it set for cutting angles. Until it shuts off, I can see the screen right now. So that's kind of cool. Let's see, will that fit? I think that'll fit. I got a newly planted tree over there. There's a stump there, so that's gonna be good interference. I don't want to brush through there, so I'm gonna angle it right for that stump. It should be good. Oh, look at there. Better hook in, Kev. Told you, when I get out and get back in, that's tough. All right, see how this ported thing starts here. Oh. See here, I can put it right down through there. What's that?
I said I wanted that branch over there.
Oh, well, I got it kind of over there. The butt's over there. All right, quite tell if the neighbors were like mad or if they thought that was a good drop, but that was a good drop. I'll do a little value added here. Well, I was gonna hit it. It's a dead branch. Right. Better to cut it than have it break. I got a little silky that I had all the time. The one on my leg scabbard is a little sharper, but apparently today I can't go back to the truck and remember to grab it. Alrighty, I'll get this little stub out of the way, or it plagues me. I inevitably come back down and hit them. Alright, there's probably a way to send this bad boy, but it'll wreck the neighbor's ferns. We're gonna fold it over and throw it down. That works. Oh, you devil. Well, that's where that's gonna stay. I can send a couple of these, I think. Alright, I'll do some break cuts. The bark was hiding it. That's my story, I'm sticking to it. The bark was hiding it. That's my story, I'm sticking to it. I think I'll get right up here. Alright, get your saw. Just drop the saw. Oh, it's gonna hit that trunk. Could have had a bad bounce. Now look before you push. Look before you push. That right there is a tendency to reach. And if you reach all day, your back is gonna know it. I think I can come right up here. Do a nice little notch. Tap the little tree. Okay. Hanging on. You devil. Brake cut broke. I could have got my outrigger. We're gonna go perpendicular to this lean. Is there a stick in there? Stick in there. I don't think it did anything. I think it just sat down hard. There you go. No notch and a full rotation and a landing flat. So it's more about the length of the piece than it is about the notch you do. Now this, I'm gonna notch this. I gotta go up and push that. Get myself a little more leverage. I'm really not pushing in the right direction with this lift. So we got a lot of, nice. We got a lot of side sway. Just in case those neighbors are packed adverse. I'm gonna take this down a little farther. Alright, I think I can break it. I hope I can break it. It's sitting back on the kerf a little bit. So that must mean there's not much more to cut. Oh, I jammed up my bar with a little bit of sawdust, so that it was sitting on my bar. It was that I stopped the revolution. I'm not busting that. Dry oak. Throw some sawdust into that curve. I should be able to push her off of there now. Right in there. It's probably short enough. You can fall that right in the vicinity of those other things. Now I'm going to put this back down normally, and I can drive between those two trees and bring my basket up there somewhere close. He wasn't so worried about me doing something for the neighbors. I'd take that deadwood off, but it's kind of funny. Sometimes neighbors, they're like, what are you pruning my tree for? Well, I thought I was doing a favor for you. It was just deadwood. Don't you judge. Sorry. You know, it's kind of funny. You can't assume that goodwill will be received goodly well. You just can't assume it anymore. So 90% of the heavy wood of those two branches were over the line, or real close to the line. And what's out on their lawn is just little dead stuff. What am I doing here? Why is this not moving? Oh, look at what my outriggers did. It came down, I nested in the cradle, and my outriggers stopped blinking. Come on, get in the middle. Right in the middle. Oh, I'm lifting wood with one outrigger. Oh well, let go of my outrigger. Oh, you little devil. Oh, what a moron. Now, I'm gonna have to, so that I can make my turn out of here without driving on the neighbor's lawn, because I don't want to test the neighbors. He's got a septic pipe over here, and people in their septic fields. My drain field's over there. Oh, it's 4 feet down under the ground. So I'll bring these two along.
I'll get that.
Hey, I've got to pull up in here.
Oh!
I'm not doing this for you. I'm doing this for me. No, I just have to maneuver. I want to go between these two trees. I don't want to drive out on your neighbor's lawn. So I can, it's all right. I'm willing to exceed the contract for efficiency. All-wheel steer. Turn sideways here.
How cool is that?
All-wheel steer.
Man, I'm just impressed.
He even does crab steer. Oops. Now I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna turn that.
Are those a new way?
Maybe. I think I'll get right up here. I think this will work.
Where are the other two platforms?
I loaded them. I was close, so I just threw them on for the ride. Finland. Those guys, I think they're 3 engineers for every 4 babies.
I should have guessed.
They're a great company. They really know their stuff. There's only a couple things I've had to counsel them on. little things like, oh, do this just a little different, but they've done really well. It was.
I am just flat flabbergasted.
That automatic leveler is good almost. And unless you're really trying to get a steep grade,
Right.
when it's a steep grade, you gotta go manual.
Yeah.
But
Still,
it's nice.
I'm out here.
Gonna get dangerous.
Pardon?
Gonna get dangerous.
Well, just continue to be safe. You need a report card after this. I'll give you one.
I'm sure.
I'm kidding.
I'm sure you can see my faults. Hey, I post on YouTube. I know all of my faults. They tell me every one of them.
I didn't.
Thanks. Now let's see it. This will probably strike the trunk. So if this was a prune, you'd want to go out here. Okay, so if that's just not acceptable if that's a living tree. So if you go out 2 feet, you have a good drop. Sawdust in the face. Oh, I went just a little too far. And I did it on. I'm not gonna get it out. I got it out. I'll tweak it out of the maple. We'll just back cut this and try to get this to go over there. Oh, it's snagged. It's hanging out there. Oh well. I can roll it out of the way. I'm looking for my exit route. I'm thinking ahead to my exit route, but that didn't play in my favor. Oh, these aren't going to play in my exit route at all. I'm going to put that whole thing down. Anybody coming? Birds, I can drive over those branches. I'll get up a little higher. Oh, could have fallen on the lip. Could have got a bad bounce with that flip over. So my hinge was holding on a long time, so I let it come all the way over. That's why I like to stay on the cut. I'll just go down and take this stub out of my way. I think that was the neighbor, so that was pleasant. Because you know me, I need really bad videos that don't get any views. 2-line chestnut borer. So this is 2-line chestnut borer. It's rarely, I'm probably safe to say, it's never the primary cause of death. It might be the finishing cause of death, but unlike EAB, emerald ash borer, that is the primary attacker and killer of ash trees. The 2-line chestnut borer, this tree was dying of oak wilt, and the 2-line chestnut borer came in and was a secondary baiter. And it looks just like, very similar to emerald ash borer. But they're a secondary pest. But we often treat for them in chlorosis. So on white oaks that are yellow leaves and declining, they're stressed. There's no doubt 2-line chestnut borer is involved. So as we're correcting the chlorosis, we'll treat for 2-line chestnut borer. So there you go. I don't know why I started that lift. And I got her to go around. So there I was talking and I didn't put my chain brake on and started it without my chain brake on. So this YouTube video production is really a hazard that you have to be conscious of. You have to elevate yourself a little bit. As you can see, I'm still learning. Getting the butt hit first on that drop cut. Oh, I could do it. Lay that whole bad boy down. Now, I think, come up here, he's got his saws out there, but I think that lays down right over across that stump. I was even inside the stump. Got the butt to hit first. So again, I stayed on that cut because once I knew I had it where it was, I wanted the butt to hit as close to first as I could. Kept it off the road, almost flew on the road. I think I'll use the lower branches to shield the upper branches. I'll go up a little higher. I don't want to take a little. So we were using these branches to contain it and get it to go straight down. So sometimes it's better to leave the lower branches on and use them to direct your upper branches. So I can do the same thing with this one. I can do a slash cut down here and get it to go straight down. Now this one I don't want it to fall at all, so I'm gonna undercut it. I'm gonna undercut my slash cut so that I get that butt to drop out of there. Maybe we'll get it to go on that side. Oh, it got stuck. That ended up being a cluster. So again, there's nothing to miss out here. Maple, but I was protected from the maple. And it was well away from my lift. So it's a good time to try something that you're basically taking a guess at. And it gives me a little more information when it does matter. So on that note, it's good to try new stuff. I've been doing this 25 years and I've done slash cuts like that before, but it wasn't that situation. And so I had the branch slip over, so I should have cut that branch off. I learned a couple things just because I was doing stuff differently, because I was out in the open with no damage control necessary. This little tree's about a wrap. So on that one, I let it come over, had the chain brake on, let it come over, grab it, it works. Well, it's dead. A living branch would have come over and been facing the other way. Now see how that kicked back towards me? Can't do that with a longer piece. Wow. It really goes on the turn. Drive over that log. I'll just break a couple of these out so they don't whip me in the face.
I'll probably have this all cleaned up within about 30-40 minutes.
30-40 minutes, I figure that's about right. It's down to the easy part now. I suppose I could stuff my bag and bring it out. Might have a little more time to do some estimates today. I don't know if, oh, look at that. I took it out through one of those stupid little things. Of course, I could do this since he folded it all up for me. All right, probably shorted myself on water today. Easy. All right, we got a job next door. And it's a leave lay. I think he's actually having us take away the brush now and just leaving the wood. So the crew will do that. We might have two jobs. Next one and then the next neighbor over. Well, folks, it's kind of boring putting this thing away. So this was a solo lift job. I think I've had some other solo lift job before, but usually my solo jobs are climbing. But this was a good time. It was good interacting with an old friend, colleague, and we'll see you next time. And subscribe. Game of Trees, we're having fun.
There's always a risk when you're playing the game of trees.